And welcome back to Who Would Win? This week's today's Who Would Win comes to us from John Joestar, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? Darkseid or Trigon? Now, to the best of my knowledge, and I'm clicking on the, I should have had this up earlier, but let's see, Trigon versus Darkseid. I had looked this up for the versus image for the thumbnail. As far as I know, these two have never, despite existing actually in the DC universe together, these two have never actually come to blows. Oh man, excuse me. As far as I know, no. As far as I know, these guys have never actually fought each other. So these guys are basically, one's an interdimensional demon, a conqueror, and one's basically a god who basically is. Yeah, he is a new god. He has tried to go over the universe with the anti-life equation. Trigon, though, surprisingly, is, I'm reading just a little bit of his biography here, came to being hundreds upon hundreds of years ago when a group of humans abandoned life on Earth and established a sect pacifist in an interdimensional world of Azarath. Embracing the concept of peace, these humans exercised the dark passions of their souls from their bodies and cast it beyond the great door of Azarath into the nether realms. This leftover evil energy floated in space for years before finally coalescing into a single physical form. Last inhabitants of an alien world summoned this darkness from the ether and impregnated a woman from the Order. 9 months later, Trigon was born. As an infant, he slaughtered the very cult responsible for his birth, including his mother. In less than a year, he had conquered an entire planet. At the age of 6, he had destroyed his homeworld and began traveling in cosmos in search of new planets. We're not going to go over his entire backstory because I'd be reading paragraph over paragraph over paragraph. Essentially, though, he is the father of Raven. If you've ever watched Teen Titans, he is a demon. He is a demon overlord, more or less. Physically speaking, his abilities are a little all over the place here. He can be any size he wants. He has size alteration powers. Obviously, he's got demon physiology to him. His strength is, it's not really calculable in many ways. He has illusion casting, mind manipulation in some regards, Eldritch Blast, which is basically a mystical blast. He wields a power staff, a mystical staff that can project blasts of superheated energy and manipulate patterns of forces. It is possible the staff is merely an extension of his own innate powers. The powers of the staff varied and have never been clearly defined. He once used the staff to make Kid Flash and voluntarily spin at top speed until he drilled himself into the ground. The manipulation of patterns of forces. It's not saying like manipulating the fundamental forces like gravity or kinetic energy or things along those lines. No, the patterns of forces. I'm trying to figure out what that would entail. Anyway, so I mean, his power is that, he's conquered probably dozens, if not hundreds of worlds. Over the span of days, he sired many children, all of whom he hoped would become extensions of his own great power. But despite having a demon physiology, he's been defeated plenty of times, and he's not immortal from the little I can gather. He might be immortal in the sense of that he does not age, but not in the same sense as, say, someone who cannot die. That's basically that's what I'm trying to get. So he can be. He's been defeated before. He's been sealed away plenty of times, but he's just overall a very dangerous and powerful character. Let me see if I can get some feats up here. Feats? Because there's one Reddit page, I believe, that that actually someone who specifically who has done like God knows how many character actual feats and listed all of them. So, here it is. Yes, okay. So, ruled the planets destroyed at age 6. At that once he possessed her, he was able to be whole again, and his power would be infinite. That's a relative term, so I can't really say that. Technologically, he's even like destroys planets with a death stare. Okay, stripped away the barriers between dimensions. That's pretty vicious. Trigon vision all the heroes on Earth, and with his presence and crushing Earth. Great. Adams. He displaces Simons, which starts with a P. Adams across light stream while keeping him alive to torture him. Okay then. Turns DC Earth and everyone into stone and will allegedly conquer lands beyond mortal ken, whatever that means. Destroy Azareth. Stole the souls of the universe. So this guy is a universal threat. Hands down, he's a universal threat. This is before New 52 retcons and things along those lines. But again, he's not immortal. He's not invincible. He's been defeated before. The Monitor ranks him on the same threat level as Spectre, who is Spectre's a whole nother kettle of fish. But Trigon is evil incarnate and everything. Darkseid is a new god. He's technically from New Genesis, but he lives and conquers Apocalypse. Probably must however something that important is Trigon has never actually destroyed the universe in a single shot. Such he conquered the universe over unknown. Okay, so it should be noted that he's not a he's a universal threat, but not a universal destroyer. Again, Darkseid is a new god. Strength-wise, his strength is on par, if not at some points greater than someone like Superman. Speed-wise, he's not. Speed-wise, he's deceptively fast, but he's not like Flash level speed. He can tag someone like the Flash. He's got the reflexes for it, but he's not Flash level speed. He's also got the durability to survive basically planetary explosions, going toe-to-toe with Superman. He's technically he can't die in a normal fashion. Because even after he was killed at one point, he was able to reincarnate himself through someone. Let's see here. Darkseid feats. There we go. I think I've even looked this up before. Here we go. So Darkseid feats includes catches and crushes a facehugger. Oh, wait, man. This is a facehugger. Is this an Alien versus Predator cross? Yeah, this is an Alien versus Predator cross. Or Alien Marvel DC crossover. And basically crushes it in his hand, and the acid didn't do anything. Okay. Backhands a younger Superman. Rocks Superboy with a punch. Backhands Wonder Woman. This is an alternate future. Backhands Superman. One-shots Captain Atom. No, did he one-shot that with his... Oh, this is just strength feats? Yeah, these are just strength feats. One-shots Captain Atom. Briefly encaps Superman with one punch. Encaps. What the hell's encap? Never heard that term. Encaps? It's not in case. It's in caps. Capital letters. Briefly. Oh, that. Okay, I remember that scene. It was in Batman the Superman Apocalypse. When Supergirl showed up. Punches Superman and traps him in the Source Wall. Solos a team of Dark Stars. Have comparable power to the Green Lanterns. Beats Jimmy Olsen and infuses the power of the New Gods. When you combine two New God souls, their power increases tenfold. And there were thousands of New Gods dead by this point. Quickly beats a perfect clone of Orion, who was one of his sons. Speed-wise, he easily catches and tosses Salob. Who is Salob? Or Salob? Oh, it's a little kid Lobo. Isn't that adorable? Who I'm guessing is pretty fast. Easily dodges Orion's tackle. Backhands a speed blitzing from Superman, who, while not as fast as the Flash, is pretty much a second level. Flash is great. It's grade 1 tier. Superman is grade 1.5, grade 2. So he backhands his speed blitz. And again, I think that's from the Batman Apocalypse. Okay, no, that wasn't quite it. Yeah, he speed blitzes him, but then quickly backhands him after that. Suddenly appears behind Superman, so he can get Superman off guard. He's that fast. Pre-crisis, Superman doesn't even see him move. That's pre-crisis. That's when Superman could blow up solar system or not solar systems. What's a solar system? Yeah, it was like dead solar systems with a sneeze. Reacts in a microsecond, flies into the Source Wall with Highfather. Source Wall lies at the very edge of the universe. Durability is immune to fear-inducing sound waves. Easily shields from what is Anitia? Anitia? I don't know who Anitia is, but she must be powerful. No cells. The Megaton touch. Apparently supposed to be the equivalent of a Megaton bomb. Oh, okay. What the frick does no cells mean? Dude, if you're gonna... To the person who made this, use terminology that actually makes sense. Not everyone understands that term. I don't, at least. Easily survives the magical attack of Mary Marvel. Had all the power of Black Adam. His power plus training from the Eclipso. So, yeah, he basically easily survives magical attacks from someone on the power level of Black Adam with training. Casually tanks Master Blaster, who supposedly no life form could survive that attack. Okay, weakened. Casually takes a hit from a pissed off Supergirl. Easier survives an attack from Guy Gardner. Takes hits from an amped pre-crisis Superman and Supergirl. Casually no spell. Stop saying no spells or no cells. No cells. All of pre-crisis Green Lantern's energy. Easily survives a combined attack from the Legion of Superheroes. Takes a full soul from the Legion of Superheroes without harm. Easier survives multiple blows and being thrown into orbit by an amped pre-crisis Supergirl. Casually survives a bomb that rips apart. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Casually survives a bomb that rips apart existence? Come again. What comic did this happen in? Is this basically like the, oh god, the anti-monitor button, or what was that button? That Reed Richards had. I have slain the master, my supporters, haha, heads, and did that rip apart existence? Nothing could. Have supporters after 6 weeks? No, this is just you a child. So, yeah, apparently he survived a bomb that was supposed to be... Now, this hit in point blank, so he took the majority of the hit. If not all of it. But, yeah, the hell. Survives a blast from Galactus. Take this as you will, as they say. Who is a multi-universal, basically, powerhouse. Resurrected after he gets killed by the Spectre. Is later shown that he's a necessary negative charge to the universe. That's right. That's why you can't kill him completely, is that he's actually he's a fundamental part of the universe in some way. Darkseid is that there's like fundamental positives in the universe, fundamental negatives, and he is a fundamental negative. You cannot kill him without disrupting the balance, and he needs to basically exist. Then you have the Omega effect. Is a cosmic energy that Darkseid wields as his main source of power. Is a incredibly versatile energy. Source native only to him and cannot be stolen from him. Energy protection starts a storm in his fury. I hate that encaps Superman. What the hell does encaps mean? Someone tell me what encaps means. So, basically it stops is what it means. It just full-on walls him is what it means. See, I understand that. Contributes 1/5 of the power to destroy a universe. So whereas Trigon is not a full universal destroyer, neither technically is Darkseid. Darkseid is 1/5 the equivalent of a universal destroyer. Omega beams. Beyond Infinity Man and Superman cannot escape the Omega beams. Or excuse me, both. Light Ray is hit by the Omega beams. Who I'm guessing moves at light speed. Superman cannot escape the Omega beams. Casually bitches Calabac. I'll admit, I like that one. One-shots Lashina. One-shots Secret. And all these are characters I'll admit I don't know. Knocks back Superman. Wipes Desaad from existence. I know that name. One-shot missiles. One-shots missiles that Superman can't stop. If Superman can't... So, yeah. Overall, Darkseid is always going to be his chief villain because he's just generally stronger. Restrained Superman. Let's see. One-shot Silver Surfer. Incinerates Cyborg and Superman. Oh, man. Superman, sorry. Manages to briefly hurt Spectre. Spectre is like a cosmic, almost basically a cosmic being. So if he can actually hurt Spectre, that's power you cannot, you don't want to mess with. He also has telepathy. Creates illusions in Superman's mind. Drains the minds of humans and portions of the anti-life equation. But if he doesn't have that, we're not going to... That's a kind of tough thing to kind of judge. Mind rape Supergirl. Why? See that terminology, dude? That's a little much. Telekinesis. He can interrupt other telekinesis. Restrains Superman with his mind alone. Nor Darkseid telekinetically shuts down the Legion of Superheroes. Darkseid is just a bad mother. He's just a bad mother. Matter manipulation. He can turn Slobo into a statue. Little kid Slobo or Lobo. Completely incinerates Calabac with a touch. Makes a ship bigger than New York State. Supposedly, this is about a fraction of his power. Avatar creation. They make avatars out of elements even after being dead. An avatar destroys blasphemy. Apparently, Vasily kicked Idrikin's ass. That's verbatim by what he's saying. Avatar kills a bunch of apocalyptians. Apocalypticans. We'll go with that. Apocalypticans. Yeah, and this is just an avatar he created. I mean, seriously, the hell. Teleportation phases people away. Teleports away from Superman before they can react. Increases his own size to fight Jimmy Olsen. Time manipulation. BFR slope to the future. What the hell does that mean? Here's a past version from the time string causing major collapse. The universe is... So he's able to literally tear versions of himself or other people from the universe. Or from time. That's just effed up. He's also extremely intelligent. There's so much more to go over. I'm going to just skim. I'm just going to basically come to the terms of the rest of it. Soul manipulation. He places the soul of Cyborg Superman in a marble. Life and death manipulation. Brings Bernadette back to life. Revives an entire army. He can basically just create life if he wants. The Omega Sanction. He traps you inside an infinite number of realities and lifetimes, each month's worse than the last. You are born, you grow up, and you die. Repeat, there is no escape unless you're Mr. Miracle. He trapped Batman in the Omega Sanction, which Batman did eventually escape, luckily. And Mr. Miracle was trapped in there, but he's Mr. Miracle who can escape from literally anything, so he got a pass. Last some of the... Okay, what is this? Darkseid is a fucking dick. I have to read what this is. Okay, what do they mean by... I mean, I know Darkseid's a fucking dick. Okay, so I sense a great melancholy behind your silence, my lord. Does that mean something? Wow, he just burned a woman to death for no real reason because he's just a dick. Oh, I think he brought her back to life or something like that. He's a dick. So anyway, yes. I mean, there's anti-life. There's Soulfire Darkseid, which it's candidacy of the forms up for debate, but this forms when Darkseid has absorbed the power of all the dead new gods into himself. We're not really going to use that. True Darkseid. This is when Darkseid inhabits the body of Dan Turpin, a spearheaded final card. I was actually sure why Darkseid gained the sudden absolute increase in power, but it was theory supported by Morrison, writing that Darkseid we have seen so far and all the guys are just merely avatars in place of themselves. Point being, Apocalypse isn't considered a universal threat. His power at one point when he went full power was on a universal scale. Superman at his full power could not take him on because he's not a universal being. In fact, he's barely he's probably a galactic being, but unless you're dealing with like God Superman, the Golden Superman, you're not dealing with a universal being with Superman. Even then, that's debatable. So without further ado, who the hell wins this fight? Well, I mean, both are universal threats, though Darkseid is possibly more of a universal being. Darkseid also just has more... So what happens? Trigon, while trying to conquer worlds, goes to Apocalypse. He reaches Apocalypse like, I am Trigon, and I will shall destroy you. And then Darkseid just gets out like, okay, what's this going on here now? As you will bow before me, Darkseid, as will all you. And then I will destroy you, move on. No, you won't. And then, Trigon, fires energy. Darkseid could probably has to actually... Here's the thing. Darkseid, at minimum, does have to put effort in against Trigon. Both these guys do have an enormous amount of power. So, this is something that they cannot... they cannot take each other for granted, really. So basically, and Darkseid's not dumb either. He knows he can't willingly take a hit without getting hurt from Trigon. So he just redirects the blast and then fires his own mega beams. But then he just blasts the mega beams away, and then there's going to be a little back and forth. Physically speaking, I would have to imagine these guys are probably on par with each other. They'll trade blows for a little bit. I don't think telepathy would work on Trigon. He's old enough, and he's dangerous enough, powerful enough, and his physiology is different enough that I don't think it would have the proper effect on him. Likewise, though, no illusion that Trigon cast on Darkseid would work on him. So there's going to be some back and forth until Darkseid just kind of gets fed up with him. So maybe he does something with matter manipulation, but his staff is able to, Trigon's staff is able to counteract at least some of this. So he's able to bypass this, which Darkseid takes note of. Immediately just appears behind him and just said, "Whoa! Oh, I didn't even know. Sorry, there's a caterpillar right here. How'd you get in here, little guy? I was wondering. It's like I feel like something cold on me. It's like, what is that?" And it's like, there's a caterpillar here. He's a little furry guy. I'll take you outside in just a minute. Well, actually, you know what? Can I show you? Can I show the audience the little caterpillar? Come on, it's okay. Come on, you can crawl on my finger. Crawl on my finger. It's okay. You can crawl on my finger, little guy. It's okay. There you go. And look, it's a little caterpillar. He might be a little poisonous because he's got little spikes that tell me he might be poisonous. But as long as I'm not touching the furry part of him, it's fine. So I can just finish up while I'm, chilling with a little caterpillar friend here. Hello, little buddy. So anyway, yeah, Darkseid's smart enough, and whoa, you're kind of drunk, aren't you? You're not able to hang on to me very well. Well, I'll take care of you in just a little bit, guy. So Darkseid would be able to figure it out. Now, whether the staff is actually part of Trigon or not is for up to debate. But Darkseid would probably just incinerate the staff. Trigon would be like, "That's enough." And it's like, "How dare you?" And then maybe throw his hand. At this point, Darkseid's just like, okay, just boom, just kind of walls that, or as you're saying, no cells in that Reddit forum, just thread, just no cells them. And just like, okay, that's enough. Bye-bye. And then he'll just, honestly, either tries to use the Omega Beams, which I don't know if they would fully kill him, but he could also do the Omega Sanction and then just put him, and then, yeah, then Trigon's pretty screwed. Trigon, I don't think has any sort of specific power that would allow him to ultimately allow him to get him out of there. Only Batman and Mr. Miracle have gotten out of there, and only Mr. Miracle through his own powers. There had to be a lot of outside help with Batman's case. So ultimately, yeah, Darkseid is going to win this. I don't see any real big way that Trigon could overtake Darkseid. I mean, I'm sure he's physically capable. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this little caterpillar right now. See? Caterpillar. I'm looking at, so I can't imagine, yeah, it's like, you're hungry, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll get you back outside in a little bit. Don't you eat my hair. Yeah, he's just kind of like chewing, just kind of using his mouth, be like, "Oh, I'm going to find something. I'm going to find something. That's what I'm going to do." I'm just like, "Oh, caterpillar. Oh, tucking a little head in there, a little scared." Ultimately, though, yeah, Trigon could put up a very solid fight against him. He's got power that is universal in a threat level sense, but not universal in terms of actual power. And the big kicker among all of this is the fact that Trigon doesn't have anything that ultimately Darkseid doesn't have, if not better. So I have to give it to Darkseid, really. Again, is there a way that Trigon wins? I don't think so. I'll be honest, this is another one of those matches where I don't think there's a legitimate way that Trigon could actually beat Darkseid. Now, hypothetically, even if he beat him, would it be a permanent death? Well, I don't know about that. Oh, he's trying to get out. I've currently got him cuffed in my hands. It's like, it's okay, little guy. It's okay. All right, I'm going to pretty much wrap this up so I can get this guy out of here, and that way I don't have a distraction anymore. But yes, I'm going Trigon. I'm going Darkseid pretty much 100% of the time. But let me know what you think. Do you think there's a legitimate way that Trigon can even beat Darkseid? Because Darkseid pretty much has, minus the demon physiology, but he has new god physiology too, which is frankly trumps demon physiology. Let's not kid ourselves here. But there isn't really any ability Trigon actually has that Darkseid doesn't have, except for that manipulating the pattern forces. That I still don't grasp that concept. But until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have an idea for who wins Star Wars Superhero What If, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Say goodbye, little caterpillar. Bye, little caterpillar.